now, beloved, I want you to watch this video, and then I'm going to come back and talk about this video after you watch it, okay?
The Earth Children of America look like the soil in America. They carry the precious blood of America from the earth. All indigenous blooded people have the love and power of life with earth within their blood. They are a part of life on earth. Everything else in their location is a foreigner or a mutation of one. It is as simple as that. Excerpt from The Hidden Ancestral Identity of the American Negro by Radine A. America Harrison.
The various cultures collectively termed mound builders were prehistoric indigenous inhabitants of North America, who during a 5,000-year period constructed various styles of earthen mounds for religious, ceremonial, burial, and elite residential purposes. These included ancient cultures of the Archaic period of 8,000 BCE, the Woodland period of 1,000 BCE, which are the Calusa, Adena, and Hopewell cultures, and Mississippian period dating from roughly 3,500 BCE to the 16th century, living in the regions of the Great Lakes, the Ohio River Valley, the Mississippi River Valley, and its tributary waters. The namesake cultural trait of the mound builders was the building of mounds and other earthworks. These burial and ceremonial structures were typically flat-topped pyramids or platform mounds, flat-topped or rounded cones, elongated ridges, and sometimes a variety of other forms. They were generally built as part of complex villages for ceremonies, burials, and housing.
Okay, so you saw the video. And you saw that the Americas was already here and that this is ancient Egypt. However, the biggest smoking gun to this is all of these were matriarch culture. And see, when you go back and look at Queen Khalifa, you can see her going from continent to continent, trading, coming in contact with the other ancient mothers we call the Sibyls, because they dominated the spiritual. They had the spiritual divine authority. See, we were ruling politically. We had our own army and all that. And this matriarch culture, that's another reason why I go out to the mounds, because the mounds, these are ancient artifacts that tell a story. When I'm telling you to connect with your ancient ancestors, and I'm telling you to go out and connect with the land, I'm telling you to connect with your most ancient ancestors, to connect with power. These are powerful ritual centers to connect to. I've been going out there for a long time connecting with those mounds. Listen to the story of the land. They tell the story. You'll see in Arizona, that was ancient Kemet. You'll see in the Grand Canyon. This is ancient Kemet. The Arkansas River, the Mississippi River, that is the real Nile River. And women, you are the smoking gun to this because you are connected to the land. I talked about that in my book, how these foreign men were coming over here marrying the empress of this land so they can get in contact with the land. I talk about this questionable relationship the Moors had with these other civilizations and how we probably can trace them back to ancient Egypt, to their ancient mothers. They learned everything from their mothers. How else they were able to build civilizations? It started with us. This is the smoking gun. This is the information that has been stolen from us women. We are that matriarch culture. A lot of us starting to wake up now. It's time for you to remember who you are. You know, these men are saying that we are God, but then they go on stroking their own ego, and they need to stop doing that. You wouldn't have had some of the success you had it not been for us women of color, because we rule. And it was in our gold, it was humanity were in their golden age when women ruled. This all goes back to that. All of this is connected. Especially when you look at Queen Khalifa's story, it was important for them to stamp that story out. Just with her story alone, there is loud echoes of the matriarch culture, baby. And it is not coincidence that you're seeing us women want to change the dynamics of our relationships and requesting more from our male counterparts. It's time to do better. Want us to go half on you when we raise gods. We give birth to gods. We should be treated as goddesses. And you want us to go 50-50 with you? You sound like something crazy. Y'all the only culture that's asking black women to lower our value to have a relationship with you. And we're not doing it. We're setting the standards. Ain't nobody is in your way. Nobody's stopping you from doing better. You can do better, because if we can do it, you can do it too. Black woman, like I said, you don't understand what happened to you. All the SA, all the unaliving to put this patriarch into place, all the betrayal men had to do to put this into play and stamp out that culture. Like nobody wants to talk about that mound builder culture, but to talk about that culture, you will have to talk about the matriarch culture. How women own this land. I talk about it in my book, especially the Empress of the Ouachita. Let's talk about Poverty Point, the Louisiana Purchase. That lady traced her ancestors all the way back to ancient Egypt, which is here. Oh, black woman, remember who you are. Remember who your ancestors are. It's time for you to tell your story. It's time for you to wake up. It's time for you to walk in your power.